Hi, Ernie here, and I'm at Camp Kintail of all places, and I thought we would just do a little tour around Camp Kintail. And actually, someone just appeared in the camera shot. I don't think she knew she was going to be there, but anyways, for anybody who's just tuned in, this is Ernie Naylor speaking. I'm the minister at Atwood Presbyterian Church, and this is the beautiful Camp Kintail. This is a Presbyterian camp, and they do an amazing ministry with kids. And I thought we would just take a little tour around, and I'm still figuring out how to hold cameras properly as we're filming, so my apologies if it gets a little jerky. And so they have some beautiful buildings here, and so over here we have the Feathers Cottage, and these are available for rent. I understand they're fully booked right now till for this year. But that one in particular has a full kitchen, full bathrooms. It's not camping. That is, what's the word, glamping. Looks like they have a little barbecue out back. And so we walk down the road here. We have where the maintenance guys work, and they have all their materials to fix. Looks like they're getting the lawnmower all souped up, ready to go. So as I said, Atwood Presbyterian, this is one of the things that we support in the money that we raise for the church. A certain amount of the money goes towards synod. And to understand how this works, you have to understand the hierarchy of the church. So we have the individual churches, so Atwood Presbyterian may be one of them, or Listowel, Knox Listowel, or Knox Moncton. And then those churches are gathered under an umbrella called a synod. And then, so you have all these synods. We are in the Synod of Huron-Perth, and then all those are, in the Presbytery of Huron-Perth, and then those presbyteries are gathered together under a synod, and we send money up the ladder to the synod, and so it's a gathering of all churches together to support this ministry at this camp. And so, obviously, running camps is quite an expensive propositions. So this camp is subsidized with some of the money that Atwood Presbyterian raises. And the director here at Camp Kintail, Teresa MacDonald Lee, and her husband Jonathan Lee, they've did wonders bringing this and renewing the camp. And as you can see, there's a little rope thing here, and they've got just fun camp activities all through the place. And this wasn't here 10 years ago. I think we can just take a peek down here. They actually have some yurts that you can rent and stay in overnight. And again, they usually, when the pandemic isn't on, this camp is fully booked with kids from all over Ontario that come here. And as you can see on here, we've got some different signages. And those are the yurts down there. Let's just take a little peek and just see what we can see. But getting back to the camp director, Teresa MacDonald Lee, she was the minister at, when she was first ordained, she was the minister at Knox Moncton. And so Knox Moncton was my home church. And so anyways, Teresa was my minister, and you always wonder who ministers to the minister. Well, I kind of view Teresa as one of my ministers, or my minister still. And so there is some yurts down here. It's kind of got a little bit of a Hobbit feel, doesn't it? Just kind of down here in the glade, and just what a beautiful spot. Beautiful day, sun shining down. Haven't been down here in ages. So the one thing about Knox Moncton is because of our relationship with Teresa, we would always come up here as a church, and we would bring a little work crew. And so the members of the churches would bring up their campers, and they would park them, and they would spend a weekend working. And so they would fix up cabins, and they would cut firewood, and all those wonderful things. And yeah, it was just kind of a nice thing to be able to share our time and our talents, and to work with the youth. Now, one thing I understand that they do here is they do sponsor some inner city youth to come. And these are kids that, basically live in the city. I'm going to call it the concrete jungle. I don't know if that's the right term or not. And they don't really have a chance to get out and experience nature like this. And Teresa has this kind of cute story that they had some rough and tumble inner city kids, and full of energy and never seen. And she was relating that the one group of kids, they'd never seen a sunset before. And so anyways, they came down the hill that we're coming up to here, and and as you go down and you just kind of pop your head out and you can see the sunset. And so anyways, Teresa said that this kid just stopped and said, "Holy," and let's just say it's a word that kind of rhymes with hit. And actually, speaking of that, here is a worker that I know. I had not expected to see Bill. Bill is a member of Knox Moncton, and do a little plug for him, Bill Young Carpentry. And so Bill and I grew up in the same church. And I'll just go over and say hi to Bill. Bill, you're on camera. I wasn't expecting to meet you down here. So I'm just doing a little video on Camp Kintail and just show what's going on. And looks like you're fixing a little bit of a roof here. Mm-hmm. And I think I'll carry on. I'll come back and talk to you off camera so that not embarrassing you. And
perfect.
And anyway, just showing some of the stuff that's been fixed and what's going on here. So yeah, beautiful spot. I'll be back in a few minutes, Bill.
Perfect day.
Perfect day. So this building over here is the original Camp Kintail building. And so anyways, you can see the lovely outdoor fireplace. And it actually is mirrored. It's a fireplace on the inside as well. And so this is the camp that originally started. And there's a member in our congregation at Knox Moncton that came here as a youth in the 30s. And so he always loves to come back and help and look after the building. And as I said, one of the work projects that we did here at Knox Moncton is we tore the ceiling out of this place and rehabilitated the building back to what it had originally been. And I'm not sure the door is open here. Maybe we'll see. Oh, it is open. Anyways, you can see what a lovely building in here. And so it's a little dining hall here. And I understand up above that some of the workers for the camp stay. And so this next area here is Atwood Presbyterian always, in the last 3 or 4 years, have come down here for a community church service. So we shut down Atwood and we come up here for church service, usually in the middle of July. Well, because of this year is pandemic and we're locked down, it was canceled. But this is the chapel area. And I've had the privilege of preaching from here. And let's just go on down here. The one thing about Camp Kintail that you'll discover is fully wheelchair accessible. So if you can see in the background here, you can see there's ramps going down, and then there's a ramp over there that would take you right down to the beach, and we'll follow that way down. But as we go down here, you can see that you have all this seating for people, and we have a little podium up here, and the times that we've had worship service here, if you can picture right from one side to the other, we'll have maybe about 20 or 30 call them young people, probably between 18 and 25 years of age, and they sing and they have their guitars, and then we have the preaching here. And I must say, as a preacher, this is actually a very, very strange place to preach in, because you're always having to look up. A normal podium or pulpit, you're looking down, but here you're looking up. And so anyways, it's kind of a hard place to preach out of, but it's beautiful. And as you can hear in the background, the waves, and we'll turn around and we'll see a little hint of the lake. Isn't that amazing to look out through the trees and listen to the waves as you're glorifying God in worship? So as we go down here, let's see how we get there. Looks like there's a ramp here. We'll follow the ramp down. We'll see if we can get down to the water. So the camp ministry has been, one thing I was going to point out that I found very interesting, that when I went to seminary, there was a lot of, we'll say 25 to 30-year-olds that had gone through camp ministry, through the camp program. They have these leaders in training that teach people how to lead, and they had in turn went to seminary to become ministers. And I think I can think of 3 or maybe 4 people that went through this camping experience, because there are other Presbyterian camps around. But it's been found very, very important for their faith formation. And so anyways, what do you have a sign here? It says swimming areas not supervised. Children require direct supervision by adults. Well, looking at that water, it looks pretty rough. Let's go see if we can take a little bit closer look. So I guess what I'm saying is the money that Atwood and all the other churches in the presbytery and across Canada, the money that they use to support this camp is very, very important in developing faith and passing the gospel on to next generations. And look at how high this water is, because normally you can see where those buoys are out there, right out there. That's usually where the edge of the sand is, and so the water levels are very, very high, and it looks like very, very rough water today. Now, I was talking to Teresa earlier, and she said that the water is very, very warm, but I'm not sure I want to go down there. I think I'll just stay up here where it's nice and dry. Anyways, well, we got a little area here to have a sit and chat with some people. Like I said, this is just such a beautiful camp. And if you want to come and stay, they have programs. They have a lot of different things on their website. And, you know, it's just one of those treasures that we have in Ontario and in the Presbyterian Church. And it's kind of neat to think that, you know, Atwood Presbyterian is a small part of this. And so I'm kind of wrapping up my little tour of Camp Kintail. I'm going to go back and talk to my friend Bill and just see what he's been doing. And I hope you enjoy this little tour. And be sure to leave some, you know, a thumbs up or a little comment below when you watch this video, and just let us know what you think. And if you'd like to see some more of Camp Kintail, we can make that happen. Anyways, here we are, Lake Huron. Have a great day. Bye.